who was taken prisoner by Russian troops in Ukraine for 10 days, is now back in the U.S. and reunited with his mother. Tyler Jacobs moved to Ukraine to teach English, but as he was trying to evacuate the country, he was taken off his bus and captured by Russian forces. His family left terrified but determined to get him home. His mother, Tina Hauser, sought help from lawmakers, the State Department, and news organizations, including right here on Prime. Tyler was freed on Friday, and tonight he is healthy, safe, and with his loved ones. Great news to report. And Tyler and his mother, Tina Hauser, join us live from Minnesota tonight. They're sitting together. It is so nice to see both of you together. And Tyler, it's especially nice to see you. Take us through those moments. Take us through what happened on that bus.
Actually, News Channel 1 from Russia recorded me walking all the way to my bus. We got on, we went to the next checkpoint where they did some deeper security checks, took fingerprints and stuff, and from that moment is when they detained me. And they came up with this story that I didn't show them my passport, and then they detained me for the 10 days. But the beginning part, I was a little worried because it's Russia, and I know their relationship with us here in America is a little sketchy, but I wasn't extremely worried after it started moving pretty smoothly. And once I got my stamp, I was like, okay, this is going to go perfect. I'll get out of here and I'll get home. And, well, it didn't work out that way.
Yeah, and we've spoken, Tina, to you before, and a much different tone tonight, we're happy to say. And not only is he home, but he surprised you. How did it feel to hold him again? How did it feel to see him again after all this turmoil and stress?
It's been very wonderful to have that embrace with Tyler last night. Instant tears of joy came through my face and just enjoyed that long hug. And actually, I had to go back in for a second one to make sure it was really real. So it was really good to feel him home and see him here with me again.
I can't even imagine. And Tyler, do you know what else happened to the people on the bus? Was it a bus full of foreigners trying to leave the country?
Yeah, so it was actually mostly Turkish people, but there was a few Ukrainians that were also on there, and if I would have known that prior to everything, I would have had my wife and daughter come with me. But it probably is best that they didn't, since I got detained, and still would have been detained if they were with me. But yeah, there was a few Ukrainians that got double checked and everything, but yeah, there was mostly all just foreigners, and they all made it safely to the airport that they left from, and they flew all to Turkey on a charter flight.
Mm-hmm. And how are your wife and daughter doing? They're still in Ukraine, right?
No, they're safe in a NATO country right now. Actually, I've met with them, and I've come back home after discussing with my wife on what we should do for our future plans right now. So.
Okay, good. That's good news. And do you want to share what you plan to do? Are we trying to relocate to the States?
Well, yeah, so we're going to relocate as a family here to the States. We're in the process. I have a really good immigration attorney that we're working with. And, well, thanks to my lovely family here for helping get us all involved with that. But we're trying to move down to Florida currently, and I want to try and get a degree in computer science to become a cybersecurity analyst. And I have a job lined up that's going to open in May down in Florida, or roughly in May, and that I'll be moving to while I try and find school. But yeah, we got to wait for the visa process for the wife and daughter. But they told me they're only coming to the U.S. if they can land in Orlando.
And so, do you think that they just picked you off the bus because you were an American?
Yeah, I was the only American on the bus, so they saw my blue passport, and they're like, he's got to be a spy, and they detained me. A
spy posing as an English teacher.
Yep, so there's a legend that the Russians have that 007, or James Bond, was actually an English teacher as his cover, so they thought that I was the legend.
Wow, okay. And what was the turning point that made you decide to leave Ukraine? If we back this story up, I mean, you had a life there, a home, a family, a job. What was it that finally made you say, we have to go?
Well, I mean, we didn't really have a job anymore after the war started, so like we were trying to figure out a way to get me home safely here so then I could start working here and make sure they'd send money back to the wife and daughter to take care of them while they also couldn't work. And we couldn't get a plan for myself, but we had one set up for her and my daughter to leave. But we got a phone call from at like noon on that Saturday saying, hey, there's a bus leaving with foreigners at 1:30. And so we quickly like scrambled to get all of my, like 2 bags of my clothes ready to leave. And I grabbed that stuff and we ran to the taxi and took the taxi back. And I just made the buses within 10 minutes before they left.
I'm sure those moments will never leave you. Tina, back to you. What was going through your head when the war broke out? You still hadn't heard from your son. You find out he's now been missing after being last seen boarding the bus.
It was very frightful. Instantly, when I found out that he was detained after he had been on that bus, my heart sunk. My worst nightmare was coming true, that he was going to be either tortured or killed, and then I would never see my son again. And I am very grateful that never happened.
I can't even imagine. And just talking to you, you look 10 years younger than the last time I talked to you, just relieved and happy. And Tyler, I asked your mom the last time I talked to her how this experience makes her see the world differently going forward. And I want to put that question to you too. How have you grown and learned from this experience, and how has it changed you?
So, I mean, this is, even though it was a giant negative situation that happened towards me, and the stress that it put on everybody here is just astronomical, but the humanity that some people showed me still shows that there's still good people in there, like on Earth, no matter what country you come from. Like Russia, to us in America, we see it as only as Putin, but I mean, there was a gentleman who helped. Like, he's like, hey, I'll help you get in contact with your family because you don't have a phone. So he wrote my wife on Instagram to make sure that everybody here knew that I was safe and like insecure. And then there was a random person of a friend's cousin who gave me a ride from the train station to the airport in Moscow and also showed me around and bought me food. And then the Russian agent who was, like, or I shouldn't say agent, from the authorities, he like helped me take care of getting my train tickets and gave me a hug before I left and called me his friend, and he was very kind, and he also helped me get past in Moscow. So I mean, there's good and bad people everywhere, and this even through war, I've noticed that the world is still good, has good people in it.
Wow, that's amazing, and I think that's a great place to leave it. We really appreciate your time tonight. Such a happy ending. We're so happy for both of you. And we'd love to follow up with you soon. Tina and Tyler, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.